volunteers deliver rice and clean drinking water to 500 impoverished families. Experts find that eating vegetables and fruits can effectively reduce the risk of urinary tract infections. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi volunteers continue giving assistance to Africa. In Zimbabwe, Tzu Chi volunteers distribute rice to underserved people. Their hearts also went to the people who are drinking mud water, so they gave clean drinking water to 500 families.
Inside this debilitated wooden house, the only furniture is the bed and the metal frame.
I went to one church and they gave me this yesterday. I have absolutely nothing to eat. Besides what they gave me, they didn't have mealy.
She can only eat rotten vegetables for 3 days. Poverty accompanies them like shadow.
This was the only money that we had to buy this year. And now it's finished. Hey, this lasted us for almost a month and about 3 weeks.
The locals dig wells and drink muddy water. And this is a reality in Zimbabwe. Worrying that it can cause waterborne diseases, Tzu Chi volunteer Maggie Tsai gives them clean drinking water and also rice and other goods to 500 families.
We really appreciate Brother Tzu and other volunteers for everything. All we can do is to line up orderly and listen to the volunteers talking about Master's teachings to show our gratitude.
Seeing them suffering, we also feel sad, and we'll even weep for those in worse conditions. We can't bear to see them suffering this kind of misery.
When compassionate people bring light to this forgotten place, this land will also see the light too.
Tzu Chi Academy in Seattle, USA launched measures in response to the COVID-19 epidemic. Before entering the school, everyone needs to check their temperature and wash hands with alcohol. In the classroom, teachers taught children about the virus used in related teaching materials. You see what it wears? What is it? Like a crown. So this is why it is called coronavirus, because it looks like a crown.
To prevent the epidemic, we must first take peace of mind as a principle. When teachers teach about current affairs, they will choose suitable teaching materials for primary school students.
There is a children's magazine in Taiwan which has published a lot of picture books. This picture book is probably simpler and livelier than one posted in their magazine, because American children don't understand why they need to wear masks, and there are no such cases around them. That's why we use these pictures to explain.
Washing hands frequently is everybody's responsibility in daily life. Yet the right way of washing is need to be taught.
Rub the hands first, then wash the back of the hands. The nails are dirty, so we need to wash like this, just like a chicken is eating rice, and wash your palms.
To prevent COVID-19 and the flu, Tzu Chi School of Humanities in Seattle launched a safety mechanism to strengthen hand washing and temperature measurements at the entrance. It also needs everyone to pray piously and spread the blessing of peace.
Around the world, people are worried about the COVID-19 virus. Although Indonesia has yet to report cases, local Tzu Chi volunteers have undertaken preventive measures such as self-monitoring and prayers. Let's join them there.
People are worried about the coronavirus. At the local Tzu Chi school, students pray every day and also raise money for medical goods to help those in need.
I think we can donate some money so people in Wuhan can buy some food. And then we should also donate some masks because the masks, they're not much in Wuhan anymore.
The school is taking this opportunity to encourage compassion amongst the students.
We hope that through this prayer, we can inspire these children to become more pious and compassionate for everyone around the world.
DaAi TV is also taking the opportunity to inspire more compassion.
Although we cannot directly help them, I believe that through this prayer, we can bring about the end of this disaster.
Dari wabah corona. Khususnya saya berdoa untuk teman-teman juga.
This disease has many people worried about their health. We hope that all sick people can be cured.
Sembuh dari virus.
With strong efforts to quarantine the disease, everyone is being vigilant and promoting vegetarianism as a way to reduce the burden on the earth and spread more love and compassion.
Tzu Chi Philippines chapter has promoted vocational training programs for many years now. In the past, most courses were training dental assistants and administrative clerks. Later courses in engineering and long-term care were added. The epidemic of a new coronavirus has recently spread, but in the Quezon City, the training courses are still on schedule.
The Tzu Chi Philippines chapter has added a long-term care course to its vocational training program this year. The participants who came to register are quite enthusiastic.
Preparation muna ng kanilang heart.
Before teaching these students care skills, I'll teach them to know the humanistic spirit. I hope they treat their caregivers like their loved ones. With empathy in their hearts, they can face the job with more positivity. This is very important.
Later demonstrate care skills through videos and training mannequin. Also took the participant to the home care center for an internship to learn how to interact with the seniors.
When we first arrived, we found that the elderly seldom interacted with people. Their emotions were low and often negative, but after several interactions, because we kept cheering them up, they are now in better health.
I'm a positive person myself. Even if I encounter difficulties, I will not pass such negative energy to the elderly. I hope that they'll feel all my positive energy. It's what I learned at Tzu Chi.
Talagang matututo sila.
Thanks to Tzu Chi for giving this opportunity to let the students come here to take care of the elderly. I believe that the students have learned a lot here and also help a lot in their future employment. We are happy to be partners.
Faced with the increase of the elderly population, long-term care is an issue that is becoming more important in every country. Tzu Chi Philippines chapter trains professionals to take care of the elderly in need so that they can enjoy their old age.
In Namibia, there is a tradition when someone holds a funeral, his neighbors will give out sugar and tea bags to symbolize mutual help. It is similar to Tzu Chi's sharing principle as South Africa Tzu Chi volunteers travel to Namibia to recruit volunteers. They are in the trust of local residents. On a Sunday, the residents listen to the volunteers sharing under a big tree.
How can we improve our lives when we've got no money? Starting by loving each other. And whatever you're doing, you don't expect something. Like us here, we don't get paid. We have traveled 2 days, 2 nights and a day from South Africa coming to see old people. Firstly, we have to clean our hearts first. Then you can see what you can do for the neighbor or for the sick person or the orphans.
In addition to distributing supplies, these Durban mothers also share their life experiences.
Everyone can bring the dishwashing water to water the public vegetable garden. When the corns are ready for harvest, everyone can do this together and share the profits.
I'm happy with all the words, and I will stay like that. And we all of us is under life of God.
The Namibia volunteers do the sharing and welcome the local residents to join them. The residents can change for the better because of Tzu Chi.
We are helping each other. We don't want to leave someone behind. To love each other, to love my family, to love my neighbor, to love our location, to love Namibia, to love all the countries of Africa.
According to Namibia's tradition, when someone's holding a funeral, the neighbors will give out sugar and tea bags. This tradition is similar to Tzu Chi's sharing principle.
God give you the talent. Share it with others to make something grow. One thing can make a difference. Small thing can make a big difference. I see it in the plant.
In the public garden of the community, the soil is poor and there's a lack of water. People are learning by doing.
You can put this on the ground, you sprinkle water, then just a little bit layer of the soil. Then you wait for 3 months. Keep on watering, put water in. Then after 3 months you can now prepare it for planting.
Especially this year, our country we didn't receive enough rain. They used to come and buy from her.
So how much you charge for just for one?
You just ask $5.
The community volunteers are self-reliant as they sell dry hay to exchange for rice to provide food for orphans. They also hold sewing class, making dresses and child carrying belt.
$150. Wow, that's very nice. And the dress? $250.
Through Tzu Chi. Now we are growing.
City volunteers have bought 450 kilograms of rice to be given to Namibia volunteers so they can carry out charity work locally. Providing love and care as well as hot meals, city volunteers carry out their charity missions in every village. Their efforts have brought light to the forgotten corners of Africa.
A food and beverage factory in Hue, Yunlin County started to provide its employee vegetarian meals in its central kitchen. 2 meals a day, they use organic vegetables to ensure the employees to have a healthy mind and body despite the higher cost.
It's good. I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to try vegetarian meals.
Everyone praised the healthy soup and dishes. The factory also provided reusable utensils.
If we start to use reusable utensils, we'll have some contributions to environmental protection.
The factory costs about $53,000 a year to provide 2 meals a day to its employees without asking them to pay any meal fees. The third generation of the factory owner, Chen Wei-en, is a young man who does what he thinks. Both of his parents are Tzu Chi volunteers, and he has been inspired to do the right thing with compassion.
The costs of offering lunch now are higher than when we ordered lunch boxes in the past. However, when we think about the benefits to the earth and to our staff's health, we insist to do the right thing.
Consider that the employees need good physical strength to take shifts. The owner built a central kitchen and purchased food ingredients from local farmers directly.
The health reports of everyone in this factory are all showing good physical conditions. All of us gained weight but didn't gain burdens to our body.
In the cafeteria, the Jin's aphorisms also encourage everyone to respect life and not kill animals. The vegetarian diet has protected these employees from the current epidemic and safeguard their health both mentally and physically. Do you have troubles with urinary tract infections? Experts have found that eating more vegetables can reduce the overall risk of infection by 16% compared to non-vegetarians, and women can even reduce 18%. Because purple and red fruits and vegetables are rich in anthocyanins and flavonoids, they can inhibit the infection of E. coli on the urinary tract.
If you encounter urinary urgency that often cannot be tolerated, or there is a burning sensation during urination, or even severe blood is found in the urine, you may have urinary tract infection, which is painful and unbearable. To alleviate it, some experts have found that eating vegetarian food can effectively reduce urinary tract infection by E. coli.
Our fruits and vegetables, as well as whole grains and some nuts, are rich in phytochemical pigments. These pigments can inhibit the pathogenic E. coli in our urinary tract. There is a special structure called thread hair on the surface of E. coli. These anthocyanins can block these thread hair from attaching to our urinary tract, preventing the occurrence of urinary tract infections.
Experts have collected data from more than 9,000 people over the course of 10 years. The research results show that, as a whole, vegetarians have reduced 16% of urinary tract infections rates than non-vegetarians, while women are particularly noticeable, which decreased for 80%.
Many are blue-purple food like purple cabbage, sweet potato, corn, blueberry, mulberry, and some red fruits like cranberries, strawberry, red dragon fruit, and rose flower. All these are rich in anthocyanins.
These fruits and vegetables are rich in anthocyanin, flavonoids, vitamin C, and polyphenols, which can reduce body inflammation and improve our immunity. The high concentration of fiber in fruits and vegetables can also form symbiotic bacteria, which is good for the gastrointestinal tract. People can eat more fruits and vegetables to reduce the risk of urinary tract infections.
Lion dance performances are part of traditional Chinese culture and are indispensable at festival celebrations. Today we're going to introduce Kong Ha Hong Lion Dance Troupe in Indonesia, who has won 57 championships in worldwide competitions.
The Kong Ha Hong Lion Dance Troupe in Indonesia was the champion in the Jinten World Lion Dance Championship for 5 consecutive years. 2009 was the first time they won the World Lion Dance Championship in Guangxi, China. They won the second World Lion Dance Championship in Indonesia in 2014, and the third one was in Beijing in 2015. They also stood out from other troops in the World Lion Dance Championship held in Indonesia in 2017 and 2019.
We have won 57 championships. People often ask us which troops we defeated. We have once fought with Huang Fei Hong Lion Dance Team. We often perform here. Many people join us for training as we honor Indonesia together.
Setelah kita sering pertunjukan di sini, banyak sekali orang yang ikut latihan di tempat kami, sehingga kami bisa mengharumkan nama bangsa dan negara Indonesia.
This year, the Lion Dance Troupe celebrates its 20th anniversary. Regardless of religions and races, the team members include Chinese and people of other races. Anyone interested can join. Behind the outstanding performance, few see their hard work. During training, team members often suffer minor or major injuries from time to time. They work very hard in order to give the best performance on stage.
I once fell from a pillar and hit my chest. After performing a scan in the hospital, it was found that the blood vessels in my heart were blocked, which is now recovered. My friend once told me that I was very lucky. He once fell during training and became unconscious. He had 3 surgeries because his left leg was broken, and even the bone was separated into 3 parts.
Getting injured during training does not let the team members give up. Instead, they are motivated to learn from it and no longer make the same mistakes again.
Since the start of the year 2000, Chinese Indonesians are able to publicly celebrate traditional Chinese holidays. In the past 20 years, their culture has gained popularity in the community. Among the traditional Chinese culture activity is the puppetry shows, which can be seen at religious events as well as market squares. Let's take a look.
It's no longer the Lunar New Year holiday, but the markets in Jakarta, Indonesia are still draped in the festive decorations. In the market, the addition of the Chinese lion dance and puppetry shows has brought lots of entertainment to the crowd.
I feel we need to majorly promote the Chinese culture because everyone has their own roots. The Javanese people have their culture, and the Sudanese people have their culture. Each has their own roots, but it's also part of the greater Indonesian culture.
Traditional puppetry has slowly been fading in people's minds. Sugio Waluyo from Surabaya is among the few puppet masters left. He tells us those who are currently in the trade are all over 50s and has not seen young people showing interest in learning this skill set.
Kalau untuk wayang potehi, beberapa puluh tahun yang lalu memang rame.
It was very popular in the past. It gained popularity in the 50s till about the 90s.
Tahun 90 itu udah
After that, people began not being interested in it.
udah mulai kurang yang berminat.
To continue this heritage, Sugio freely teaches what he knows about puppetry to those willing to learn. He used the lunar holiday to promote puppetry to parts of Java Island as well as Sumatra. Sugio feels that puppetry is deeply a part of the Indonesian culture, as it has been performed in the country since the 16th century. Thus, it would be a shame if such a heritage fell by the wayside.
In almost every Chinatown in Indonesia, one can find old cafes where people of Chinese descent congregate and chat. Cafes are popular in this country, and beginning during the Dutch colonial era, they sprouted up and have taken root. In Jakarta's Cluj Street, one cafe has 100 years of history and is now being run by the fourth generation.
Orang dulu kopinya kopi panas.
Before, people used to drink hot black coffee. No one wanted cold coffee. But now this has begun to develop and they are putting milk in coffees. Starting in the 1980s, we promoted iced coffee.
Nah, belakangan maju lagi tahun 80-an pakai es.
Tzu Cafe began in 1927 in Jakarta. It now has 90 years of history. The word tak comes from wisdom and ke is for the mind. Since its inception, it has not changed its name. The founder hopes that the next generation will be diligent and hardworking and live a simple life. Tzu Cafe is located in Jakarta's Glodok Street. It's a popular area that attracts lots of people, so every day there's a lot of customers.
Banyak Robusta, Arabica,
Robusta coffee, Arabica coffee, Zebra coffee is all mixed into Tzu green coffee. Our coffee will not have a heavy taste because some people don't like such a strong taste to their coffee.
Karena saya bikin menjaga orang yang tidak bisa minum kopi.
The most famous here is black coffee and coffee with milk, both with and without ice cubes, as this is the most suitable to Indonesian taste. Renowned for its fame, Tzu Cafe has also been used as a filming location with movie stars, government officials, and the general public coming here to taste the wonderful aroma of coffee.
A friend introduced me to Tzu coffee and it has delicious coffee. That's why I tried it and the atmosphere is better here. I feel like I'm traveling back in time.
My dad once told me in Tzu Cafe, and though we live in Tangerang, they keep the coffee very natural here, not like the coffee sold in the big market, which has a vanilla flavor, strawberry flavor, etc. That just make me confused.
A cup of coffee in the morning with traditional pastries is a standard Indonesian breakfast that can be found and enjoyed here.
Tzu Chi Parent Track class in Kaohsiung taught children the blessing to give through aims and group activities. Take a look and see you next time.